So one of the first steps to letting go of this sense of overwhelm and busyness is to simply sit and breathe. So let's take a moment to settle our bodies into whatever is holding them up, and to let ourselves breathe deeply and slowly. In and out. In and out. And know that over time, our entire system learns to recognize this slow breath as an opportunity to come wholly and fully into the present moment. To let go of what has been, what is to come, all sense of hurry and rush, and simply exist in the now. Breathing slowly and deeply. And letting go of any idea that this place of peace, this place of being here and now is empty. For in fact, it is filled with our inner knowing. It is filled with our imagination. It is filled with all the gifts of spirit freely flowing through us. For it is the busyness that blocks that out. It is that sense of what must be done, what is being done to us, all the ways that tangles, that blocks us from this pure, whole moment, where spirit leaps and plays within us. Take a moment to imagine spirit itself dancing in and as self. Spirit laughing as joy, as us. What is it that brings you joy? Does spirit dance and do pirouettes? Does the spirit play music? Does spirit draw on a board? Does spirit play in the sand? What is joyful spirit as you? As spirit does this thing, these things, that it so enjoys as you. Get that feeling of no time, no limits that comes when you are deep in the midst of doing your joy. And let that sense, that joy, spill over and out from one activity into all activity. Let it even wash over and embed the to-do list. The meetings that have been avoided. The relationships that seem out of kilter. Let this sense of joy, unlimitedness, no time, just wash over every aspect of life. to enjoy is to bring into joy, to bring joy into. And so we enjoy what we bring joy into. Bring your joy into every aspect of life. Recognize the creative spark that grows out of this joy. That absolute sense of your competence and ability. That absolute sense that outcome is assured. That sense that there is no rush, no time, no limit, just this joy, this creative spark, this pleasure in being in our own perfect space. Are you still breathing deeply and slowly? Have your shoulders dropped away from your ears? Is your chest open and expanded? Can you feel the flow of energy down through your torso? Through your legs, through your arms? Do you feel the relaxation of knowing that each moment is enjoyed? That every situation and circumstance has its role, its place in moving into joy. Let's take this state of relaxation, this state of enjoyment, and find one place, one aspect of life that really needs to be dosed with this. Something that hasn't felt like joy and relaxation. And just invite it in. We're going to be like oysters and make pearls. We're going to take this irritant, this problem, this place that seems removed from our joy, and just coat it over. What's in this coating? What is it that will turn this grit to a pearl? The pearl can't form without the grit. But the grit becomes beautiful as we layer it. You're still adding layers to the original piece. Continue. If there is completion, welcome to bring something else in. Are you still breathing slowly and deeply? Are your shoulders still down? The chest still open? How's your sense of joy doing? Does it need a boost? Do you need a moment of dancing, singing, playing, painting, beating, problem solving? Go back to your spot of joy whenever you need to amp it back up again. Feel that movement of spirit as you in full enjoyment. Take it back to more pearl building. Now let's take a moment to anchor this sense of relaxed enjoyment. Make sure it's covering every part of our body, that it's all the way down in our toes, all the little tarsals, ankles, the shins and calves, up through our knees, our thighs, along the torso, up down the arms, out into the fingertips. Wide open in our throats so that we can always speak our truth. Filling the head space and moving up to the crown, every bit of us sensing that feeling of joy, completion, creativity, unlimitedness. Anchor it solidly, that feeling, the path to that feeling, the deep breaths, the relaxed body, the awareness of spirit as us. So that whenever this is needed, it is available. It resides within each and every molecule of ourselves to be called forth to address whatever sense of rush, lack of peace, idea that things are limited. Time itself is unlimited when we are in our joy. Anchoring to the idea that healing has happened in this time, that the irritant has been turned into something beautiful and precious. This too is an ability we have to reframe whatever has seemed to be our grit into our pearl. And so with this deeply anchored sense, this actual experienced moments of calm and peace, this time of communion and union with one another, as we have been on this little path together, anchoring all of that solidly so that it is easy to touch, easy to call to conscious mind. Let us bring our awareness back into our own spaces, our bodies, our chairs, the room, the tick of the clock, the sun through the windows, the deep, easy breathing, and that absolute conviction that spirit is experiencing itself as us. And that is our highest joy. Letting go, letting be. So it is.